confirm we are live. Yeah. Tonight on Twitch, doing a one-off stream of Wall X Pit. Out as explore. All bouncing mechanics. Live now. I'll share the link. How is everyone doing today? Hit the pop out chat and move it over here. Hey Gumberbuster. Hey Rachology. I'm doing pretty good today. I had a very lovely weekend. I had a very chill weekend. I have come back to work feeling very refreshed, which is very needed. Welcome, Pumpkin Blood 666. I fucking love this game too. It is great. The music is fantastic. It's such a if this hadn't come out the same day as Pokemon Legends CA, I put it off because I knew the two were going to be competing for my time, and I've come back to it and I'm like, oh, it's so good. Hey Sam outside. Hey Tara. Saint Nobody says, new game or continuing with a lot unlocked. So far I've only beaten the first level with one character. This save on Switch 2, I am at the third area. So a little past where you're at, but not like a million miles ahead. I was playing on Steam, I also have it here. Hey NK Man, did I play the Kirby Air Riders Global Test demo? I did. I was disappointed that more of the accessibility stuff wasn't in there, because I wanted to check that out, but I had fun. It's a little speedy for my tastes, but I'm sure the young'uns will enjoy the speed. And I've just realized my Joy-Cons aren't registering as a controller. Give me a second to change grip order. Been using a different controller and apparently causing my Joy-Cons to not register. There we go. Can I have... Yeah, there we go. I've got controls. Okay, anything... Is there anything I'm currently building? No. Okay, let's... I don't think there is anyway. Let's just bounce up here for a second. Yeah, I need to get some more buildings that need building on the go. We'll do this for now. What was the frame rate like? Rock solid. Didn't notice any problems with frame rate. It played very nicely. Performance certainly isn't a concern for that game for me. Who do I want to try playing around with? Get back more than return to the player. Oh yeah, let's play around with the Repentant a bit more. See if I can deal with this desert level. I'm not amazing at this game, but I enjoy it a lot. So yeah, the idea of this game is it's kind of like Brick Break, Breakout, those games with the paddle where you bounce the ball around. Except it's a roguelike, or RogueLite, where you are trying to defeat ever-encroaching waves of enemies with your bouncing balls, pick up experience. Saint Nobody, I was playing it on my living room TV, which only supports up to 60 FPS. It's not a higher refresh rate than that. Was playing at 60 FPS. I don't know if it supports higher frame rates. I did not bother to go check it on my work machine, where I could have seen it at 120 if supported, because it was the weekend and I just kind of wanted to play it casually. Right, what upgrades do I want? When an enemy is frozen, they emit a chill to nearby enemies. Golden Bull. Every 7 to 11 rows spawn a Golden Bull with 460 health. It accrues 10 gold per minute. They move up the field, blocking attacking enemies in the way. All baby balls deal 20% more damage. Early game, getting my default balls to deal 20% more damage. That's going to be a good way to get some starter energy going. Yeah, the music in this game generally is fantastic. I'm going to avoid these little puddles of water on the floor because they will slow down my movement a little. Increase the range at which you pick up items and catch balls by 1 tile. Yeah. Again, some of these are very useful to get early on, just for... As much as I need to be getting things that'll synergize and start actually leveling up my attack build, let's get a couple of utility things. Vampire. Each hit has a 4.5% chance of healing 1 health. Yeah, some way of getting some health gain would be nice. Let's get 1 to 5 random level up. Upgrades. Avoid all these lasers, because this level has a lot of enemies that will sort of target an area with lasers a little while in advance. It thankfully shows where it's going to hit, but you've got to time being out of the way at the right time. Earthquake deals damage to nearby units in a 3x3 tile. Oh, there we go. We're starting to see synergies. This would synergize with the ice that I currently have, so let's try and get the ice and earthquake fully leveled up so that we can evolve them into their ice plus earthquake combo item that they can become. I needed, yeah, by the time I get to this first boss, I ideally need a few more upgrades to the balls to be... Okay, Vampire and Ghost, and Ice and Rock. Okay, we would have 2 pairs of synergies on the go. I think that's relatively sensible. I'm taking a bit more damage than I probably should be this early in the run. Can I see what levels my equipment are at? Okay, I need 2 levels in Earthquake or 1 level in Ghost. If I want, oh, did I accidentally turned off auto fire. Oh, what have I done? How did I turn off auto fire there? Settings. I have accidentally pressed something and turned off auto fire, and I don't know what it was I pressed. Oopsie, I'm gonna need a second. Ball X pit auto fire toggle switch. No, on PC it's the F key. I know this. Oh, pressing X. Okay. Aha! There we go. Yeah. I never turned it off. So, having accidentally turned it off, I was suddenly a little lost. Oh yeah, my health is lower than I want it to be. But we should be able to get our first evolved ball type, and that'll upgrade the one that's got vampire on it, so maybe we can recover health a little quicker. Okay, the Ice plus Rock evolution is ready as well. Okay, both are at level 3, yeah. Okay, evolution. Ooh. Do I risk it and go for a new one I haven't done on this file before? It feels more sensible to do the 2 pairs, but... What is an icy ghost? Let's find out. What's an icy ghost? Goes out the way. Freezes any enemy it passes through for 0.8 seconds. Ah, so it can go through and freezes. Nice. Increase ball launch speed by 20% but get knocked back a little every time you shoot a ball. The knockback's pretty minor, so I'm happy with that. Okay, we're going to need something else to synergize with the vampire or the rock. We could do mosquitoes if I did Brood Mother with the vampire. That probably makes it worthwhile, yep. And we'll just have to find something to synergize with the rock. Or those blocks had families. Yes, and they were trying to murder me. It's self-defense, you'll see. This is very self-defense what I'm doing. See, now that I'm playing on stream today, I'm feeling pretty on the ball. Okay. I was playing a bit yesterday evening, and I was struggling with levels I really shouldn't have been struggling with. Apparently, after a little bit of sleep, I'm feeling way more attentive. Increase the effective damage such as earthquake, laser, and lightning. Yeah, we've got Earthquake. We're gonna build Earthquake into something. We might as well increase that size range. I love the rate of fire speed on this character. Hey, Nathalie, I'm doing good. I had a very, as I said earlier on the stream, I had a very chill weekend. What did I even do this weekend? Did some Bridge Command, because of course I ended up way too far down the rabbit hole on that. Played a bunch of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Enjoyed playing that in co-op with Game Share to be able to have like one person on the TV, one on handheld. That was pretty cool. Played some of the Stardew Valley board game, which is a really lovely, chill co-op experience. Had a lovely time. Had a very switch off from work kind of weekend. It was lovely. Let's get Brood up to level 3 so that I can do its evolution ASAP. Okay, second boss. This is the 2 Owls. Well, this is where we find out if I've got my damage numbers sufficiently high or not. Am I doing high enough DPS for this point in the run? I only have one evolved item, which is not ideal. What I should be doing is alternating which one I'm attacking every now and then so that the ice can even out slowing them down. Oh, okay, we're just about keeping up with the damage curve. And this will get us our second evolution. We can build the spa, spend gold to harvest more than once immediately. Ooh, very nice. Mosquito King. Spawns a mosquito each time it hits an enemy. They attack a random enemy, dealing 80 to 120 damage. If it kills an enemy, they steal 1 health. Okay, I let a couple of these get a little too close to the to me, but we're cleaning it up. We're getting this back under control. We want something, ideally, that combos with the rock. Dark is really nice. Let's go with that. It's not ideal, but I can't be re-rolling this many times. The Rock seems to combo with poor performing action movies. Touché. Yeah, I would have been sensible if I'd gone for the pair of combos that were initially available, so that I didn't waste the combo potential of the Earthquake, but I saw a thing I hadn't yet done on this run, and therefore I wanted to do it. We can just forcibly fuse the Earthquake and the Darkness. They're not designed to be combined. They won't be particularly special, but they free us up a slot at least. It's gonna have to be these two. Earthquake plus Dark. Explodes into 2 to 4 baby balls on hitting an enemy. Additional Dark. Lightning. I'm a fan of lightning. I like lightning a lot. Watching this game is really making me want to get this game, says Barrett. It's, I played a little bit of it when the Summer Games Fest demo happened after Devolver's conference. Some of you were around for that stream. I played like one match of the demo on stream and went, I'm not going to put this down. If I don't stop playing now, I'm never going to put this down. I could feel it was going to get its hooks in me very quickly. It moves at a very satisfying, does not stop pace. Ooh, you found a combo. Say nobody found a combo that gave their blocks a contagious disease. Ooh. I don't know if this build will. We're about to hit the final boss of this area. I don't know if this build will do it, but we can try it. I'm trying to remember the snake thing on this one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get the additional spawns out the way as quick as we can. We're gonna keep moving around to avoid all the lasers during this phase, while also avoiding the snakes. No quills. That difficult on this phase. Okay. Quills aren't that difficult to destroy as long as you're not also trying to focus on the laser patterns is kind of the problem. Maelstrom says, I played it so much it made my eyes hurt for days. Everything kept moving. It's worse than Vampire Survivors for making me keep playing. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I think the fact that it's like generally 15-minute runs-ish helps with that replayability. It's a little shorter than the standard Vampire Survivors run, and that makes it a little easier to go, how much longer could it take? There's a few things I think working in its favor in that regard. I have to remember to be looking at where the lasers on the floor are, more so than where I'm firing my shots. My bigger concern is avoiding damage and sort of vibing out the dealing of it. And I have to be precise about dealing damage, I just have to go, if I can't look at like a small additional enemy precisely to see if I'm aiming the right way, aim in the general direction of the snake and hope I'm doing damage to the overall boss. Avoid taking the damage wherever possible because the hits are real damaging real quick, particularly the lasers from the big snake. These snake laser blasts are pretty devastating. Okay, then we get notice which way it's going, and therefore which way will be the last corner reached, and therefore the furthest far apart that these will be. Okay. Yeah, this is what if Breakout was a roguelite? Well, a Vampire Survivors Breakout Brick Break roguelite. It's a Devolver Digital? Yeah, this is a Devolver release, yes. Okay, there we go. It took me a couple of seconds to regain my composure. Ooh, there we go, there we go. I'm gonna just kind of keep an eye roughly on where my reticle is without getting too focused on it, because my big objective is avoid those incoming swarms. Oh, you are just summoning so many additional swarms in. Is it even worth me to be taking them on, or am I just trying to shoot you past them? Is that the bigger concern right now? Okay, my health is low. Remember, avoid the big laser. The big laser is the problem. Okay, okay. And I see a way through this. There we go. Haha. Oh. Desert Trophy. Gain 0.1 critical hit chance for each character you've completed the area with. Fast tier completed on top of that. Guns and bonuses. Yep. Hooray! Now we can get the mausoleum for a new character, and we've got to do at least one more run on this level to get be able to go to the next level, to get to the next area. 2 stone each bounce. Let's get more time per harvesting. Yes, I like the faster baby balls, but they go a little messier. Yeah, I'm a fan of that one. Okay, each harvest, the first 2 workers that bounce on this building gain 25% movement speed is nice. Okay, let's move some pre-built buildings around to make space for some new stuff. So. When we finish building this, we can move it for now. Like, realistically, move you as well. Make myself some space for some new builds. We want to make the mausoleum, because that's going to get us a new character. Then boulders, switches, forest. I don't have enough stone. Okay. Well, in that case, let's move you forward again. absolutely create this little corner trap for this. Royal Spider says, am I the only one who's also slightly reminded of Loop Hero aesthetics-wise by that game? Oh, 100% this reminds me of Loop Hero aesthetics. Let's try for a harvest. Really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hit these two buildings in this corner as many times as I can, so let's just... Yeah. Oopsie, should have better blocked off that corner. Okay, a couple of you are making it back. What building is it that lets me just pay to roll again? Oh, it's an upgrade on one of these buildings, isn't it? What's the thing for if I want to upgrade a place? Oh, I come to it from this menu, so it's... I could scale that. Speed versus intelligence. Oh yes. I need to be upgrading these buildings, but first I need to remember which one it is that specifically has a new upgrade that I was looking at. Scaling, scaling. Did I imagine that one of these buildings could now be upgraded to a level that would do a thing? Let's just see what we can upgrade. Can't upgrade that. We can upgrade you. Hey, Abby, how you doing? So much money I haven't been spending. Yeah, let's... It can be upgraded. I'm gonna upgrade it. I think means we are going to have to move some of these things back into reachable range so that we can upgrade them. But we'll get there. Okay, we'll get there, we'll get there. Have I seen the alleged would-be design of an alleged Steam Controller 2 that's floating around? Yeah, I saw it. If you're asking about accessibility thoughts on it, I want to look at it again. Like, I want to give my thoughts while looking at it, if I'm going to give them from an accessibility perspective. I have seen the mock-up floating around. Let's... There's the new one. What, 11 months ago? 2 days ago. This is the one we're looking at. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm a big fan of the original Steam controller, and I am a big fan of the idea of controllers moving to having touchpads that give you that sort of, like, clicky, tactile force feedback as you roll across them to, like, give you some actual feedback despite it not being a tangible button. I think that they are functionally great. My issue with this controller design is mostly to do with, A, the placement of those thumb pads is underneath the analog sticks in a way where I worry I'm gonna accidentally rest my no, not quite palm, but like this lower portion of the wrist over those touchpad, like touching those touchpads while using the analog sticks. Will I accidentally be registering mouse movements unintentionally while trying to use my analog sticks? That's a concern. Also, the very shallow... If we look at something like the very pronounced wings on the DualSense, the degree of pronouncement of those wings gives a lot of room for like lower fingers to sit and support the controller, which this design is going to be way shallower in that regard. You're going to have way flatter hands. I can see, without touching the thing, I feel like it's going to have some difficulties there. Generally speaking, I am a big fan of the idea of us getting a new controller for PC that has those kind of touchpads on. But yeah, I would want to try this in my hands before I commit an opinion, but my concerns are mostly around accidental inputs while trying to use the analog sticks. Okay, let's do the desert with the cohabitants. I don't think they're necessarily the strongest characters, but these are some of my favorite characters to use. I love their silly mechanic of mirrored double bullets, where whichever way I'm firing one, they automatically fire in the other direction with their 50% strength bullets. Honestly, when I'm using the cohabitants, I don't even bother aiming my shots. I just go, I'm firing in both directions and they're bouncing. It'll work itself out. Like, with this too, I'm just gonna allow the sheer volume of balls to do most of the work and focus on keeping myself out of the way of attack. How is Ball X Pit? Absolutely loving it. I'm playing the Switch 2 version, which runs at 90 FPS in handheld and 120 docked, I think, which is nice. Let's get Fire and Ice together. Yeah, the only reason I haven't put like 100 plus hours into Ball X Pit already is because I was still trying to shiny hunt in Legends EA. And as soon as shiny hunting in Legends EA was largely out of the way until the DLC, it's like, cool, I've got a month to get really into Ball X Pit before going back to Pokemon for the DLC in December. I need to double check, but I'm pretty certain I've shiny hunted everything that is available in Legends EA that I didn't yet have in my living shiny decks with my OT. Those 1000 battles have bested me. I can't be bothered to pick it up again for the last 400. I did one day of grinding out those 1000 battles with... I worked out a way to be getting about 50 per night, like 50 to 60 per night. I stuck a podcast on and I went, fuck it, I don't leave until I've got him. And yeah, it wasn't the worst. But I can't blame anyone who doesn't stick around for him. I also wouldn't blame anyone who used a turbo controller and just left themselves battling the Battle Cafe overnight with the A button being spammed and just allowed that to very slowly accumulate some overnight battles. I would not blame anyone. Oh, I remembered why I don't do this level with these two. This character is double width, and the snake boss at the end of this level has a bunch of gaps that you're only really going to fit a single width character through. It's probably doable, but I remembered now why I don't do this level with this character. Yeah, this first and second mini-boss are gonna be fine. I'm gonna have to work out what my plan with the snake is. What I really need is I need a bunch of... I need to really lean in on, like, the vampirism to get me health back. Each kill heals you by 5, but each shot you take deals 2 damage to you. Ooh. You can, I believe, thread shots between the two of them, but it's difficult. It's, I think, the method that's going to need to be taken. You know what? I've not used the vampiric sword yet. Fuck it, let's go gambling. Let's go gambling. Let's get this one first. Okay. Sorry, I'm just double checking. I think I might have missed something in chat. The last upgrade balked my Xbox install to the point where I can't play the game, which is annoying. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm catching up. I apologize I missed that originally, but, there we go. Let's go. Oh, Magnet Factory. Ooh. Let's pick this up as an option. Hey, Maracus Skullman says, this might be an odd question, but as an autistic person, do you find it easier to communicate with non-verbal or speech difficulty autistic people than neurotypicals? So, I can only talk about my own experience, and this is certainly not a hard and fast rule. I have two younger siblings who were autistic as well. One of whom had considerably more speech delays than I did. I do not live with these siblings, and used to specifically get invited around when my brother was having speech therapy, because he was more willing to engage with speech therapy when I was around. He was pretty young at that point, and at this point, I don't know what made that go better. I used to get brought in for my brother's speech therapy because I generally understood better than his parents what he was trying to communicate. Similar with the speech therapist. He was more on target, but also seemed to try harder at the speech therapy stuff when I was around, and that made me... I felt very, very lucky there. I've always thought we got on pretty well communication-wise, but that was many years ago, and, like, at the time I didn't have an autism diagnosis, and actively, my dad actively discouraged getting me diagnosed because I, quote, handled it better than my brother, which is its whole other thing. So, like, as a child, I didn't think to ask. Once he started speaking his side of that, but I used to specifically get brought in because things went better when I was around for his speech therapy stuff, for whatever that means. It was a very sweet experience. It is. I didn't get to see those siblings nearly as often as I would have liked growing up, and it was something we shared that was a nice experience we had, and that I remember that very fondly. Also, no need to apologize for the music giving head wiggles. I know it was weirdly serious conversation for such head wiggle music. Okay, we are like halfway in. vision. Like, I have a reasonable amount of experience being around non-speaking or low-verbal autistic people. Enough so that I'm fairly aware of tools and methods and things that, you know, get tested when you're working out, hey, what's going to help you either with verbal communication. Your AAC devices, your signs and whatnot. If nothing else, I suspect that being autistic helps in terms of recognizing some of the, oh hey, when I get like that, I know what that means or what I'm trying to communicate to people when insert behavior. I don't need to do as much intuiting meaning of autistic behaviors because I look at them and go, oh, yeah, been there, buddy. I know what this one is. That vampiric sword was really not worth it. I'm gonna try with that character again. Oh, Rule Spider says, speaking of music, a text message from my very lesbian niece. You remember when we chatted about me liking the old Panzer Dragoon games and you recommended I pick up Sayonara Wild Hearts? Mum brought it for me, so thank you both, I guess. Oh, that's a good game, that one. It's a good game, that. Pick up ring. Okay, don't have enough tiles. Okay, Okay, for now, let's focus on these couple of new buildings we were going for in the corner. Aha, there we go. We've got some buildings. We got some buildings done up. That was the main thing I was hoping to get done there. Ooh, we've unlocked the shade. You know what? Let's have a run with the shade. Which one's the shade? We'll shoot from the back and have a base critical chance of 10%. Oh, woohoo. Well, yeah, let's go with you. I'm excitedly and nervously anticipating. Ah, yes, balls shoot from the back. You know what? What I need is the balls pass through until they get to the back, which would now be get to the front. Oh God, yes, this. This is not the character for me. Not unless I can get some like ghost upgrades. ASAP. Yes. This one. Okay. I can see some worlds in which I would have fun with this. Right now, this is not the character for me. You know what? Enough so that I'm going, I might just abandon this run. Yeah, not in the mood for that one right now. I do not have the wrapping my brain around that skills. Baraka Skullman, you're not the only one that gets caught in auto mod sometimes. Auto mod is a little over litigious, but as I've said before, that is a necessity of existing online. Yes, we're doing the final 2 episodes of Dispatch on Wednesday, because that's the day they come out. Episodes 7 and 8, I believe it is, come out on Wednesday. I will be streaming them starting around 7 PM UK. Very much looking forward to it. Yeah. Hit the earthquake. That's a synergy. Wednesday, I am streaming the final 2 episodes of Dispatch, the superhero management-y story game that I've been streaming earlier this week, or this past week. 20% more for baby balls. We've got twice as many. No, I did not manually ban lesbian. I've frequently tried to tell Automod to be like, hey, non-slur, and even, I was gonna say non-slur LGBT words are fine here. I think even, you know, some stuff that Twitch might consider slurs are fine here. Like, you know, if someone wants to self-identify as a dyke, I'm not gonna stop you in chat. But considering that many times there'll be streams where there is no one but me with mod powers around, you know, I would far rather have an overzealous Automod than have to sheepishly find a quiet moment to approve stuff. You know. Ooh, there's a state of play focused on Japanese-developed games happening tomorrow. At 10 PM UK. I will not be around to stream that one, unfortunately. I've got the Bridge Command Campaign 2 finale, meaning I will be out the office. We'll see. If it seems like it was a big one, maybe I do a daytime stream on Wednesday to go, okay, I'll watch it live with I'll watch it new to me with everyone, and I think best to assume not. Decreased damage taken, because I'm going to take some unintended hits during the snake phase. Ooh. Let's go. One evolution available. Wolf Spider, so far, I really like Dispatch's plot. I have been very, very positive about it so far from my time playing. Ooh, yeah, that's a synergy. Swamp Earthquake we can do. Get some more defense on our character. Just because of our doubled up hitbox. No, not fusion. Fission. Okay. increase the effective area. Ooh, I think this is the one that was being talked about in chat earlier, the contagious disease. Let's go for this. Not what I was planning on, but it applies 1 stack of disease to units it hits. Disease lasts for 6 seconds. It deals 4 to 8 damage per second. 15% chance of passing a stack to 1 disease nearby enemies, which is great because we're firing twice as many balls, so it's going to be twice as infectious. Yay! Oh, this feels like it would be this one probably is going to be a very smart, at least for like the regular waves of enemies, maybe not so much the bosses. That contagion is going to be very powerful with this character. Have there been any references or Easter eggs related to Frank Westerly in later seasons of Dice Funk? Definitely. At the very least, Holodeck comes back up. Like, I know Holodeck comes up in the current season of Dice Funk in a little way. Vision. Are all of my equipment slots built now? Okay, taking a bit of damage here, but we can pull this off. Can I get something to synergize with the rock? Yeah, okay. Come on, come on, come on. I need that damage output high enough to take you fuckers out before you attack me. Ooh, okay. Okay, just about survived. Not the best sign. Because I'm now going to have to get back on top of this wave. My health is way lower than I want it to be. Evolution. Which season of Dice Funk do I think would work best as a TV series? Season of Dice Funk I think would work best as a TV series. My instinct has season 3. Nicely contained bottle season. Nice central mystery. I think it has one of the most, like, approachable for adaptation casts of core characters. I think the wild magic element would go over well. I think, alternatively, as divisive as it is, Season 8, I feel like a mid-season break ending on the cliffhanger of the very controversial thing that happens. I can see being real dramatic in a way that could adapt well. Okay, let's get back to trying to survive this. Can I get some more vampiric powers going, please? I could really do with them. not for... Other than my low health, the build is finally coming together. Look, this is not a good character build to have picked for this level, but I enjoy using this character pair a lot. Yeah, we ain't surviving, we ain't surviving, we ain't surviving, I do not think. Let's give a go to actually, yeah, I gotta move some stuff around. What can currently be I don't like that I can only see in the play menu when, again, the harvest menu when something is in need of building. Stuff back there behind that wall. Okay, let's rearrange some bits. Let's get you out the way. Let's do something like this for now. There we go, a couple more buildings upgraded. When's Gwen gonna be a dungeon master again? Depends when she wants to be one again. It's a lot of work and it's real stressful DMing, particularly a co-DMing situation, but, you know, we take our turns occasionally when we fancy. Also, uno momento. And we'll get ready for another run. Let's use the cogitator. Let's do one run with the cogitator today. There we go. So here's a fun thing, and I'm just gonna address this. Usually I don't address this shit on stream because, yeah, why not? Someone came into YouTube chat and was trying to spam a dead name, and if that's the worst you think you can do, honestly, I'm like, whatevs. You know, there's a time that would have bothered me more. Weirdly, that's not the thing that bothered me looking at the YouTube chat. The thing that bothered me looking at the YouTube chat was seeing a name I have not seen in a while, not my dead name, the name of someone who is not hugely welcome here. Someone who, to my knowledge, is still writing quite unsettling sexual fanfiction about me, despite my having expressed a desire for them to stop. Now behind like a little password-protected paywall for their little group of gross weirdos. If I have been informed correctly of the situation, that was, you know, compared to that, honestly, seeing my dead name spammed a bunch, and part of me is wondering, I'm like, are these two events related? Who can say? Perhaps the fact that I did not acknowledge that person's message when it happened, is in some way connected. Being a person who is known on the internet is fun, and definitely doesn't come bundled with experiences. Okay, I am playing a character this run. I don't usually play, but I'm like, fuck it, we're on stream, maybe I give this one a go. Where the game auto-decides your upgrades for you. Will this be a recipe for a good run or not? Who can say? But, oh, you picked lightning. I like lightning. Lightning's good. I'm assuming the person that I mentioned is aware. Well, I'm assuming they're still around in chat, given that their message has mysteriously vanished since I brought it up. Let's go. Mindless build. I don't need to think about what synergizes with what. The game's gonna decide for me. Okay, this build's going alright so far. Thanks, RNG machine. Does being on Twitter 18 hours a day count as reading? Technically, yes. Spiritually, nah. Look, like, genuine, honest answer, I think reading, wherever you do reading, I'm not going to say it doesn't count as reading, but I also think there are probably better uses of limited time reading than Twitter of all places. It has been a long time since I've casually browsed social media. Like, I don't read Twitter, I don't read my Blue Sky feed. Just, like, I check Blue Sky largely to check my notifications. I don't read just, like, the feed of people I'm following, barely ever. And I've honestly been happier for reading considerably less short-form social media, even as a person who has a job-based requirement to be on that kind of social media. I wasn't sure. Look, it's the kind of hypothetical that the way it was worded, I was like, is this about your own experiences? I do think reading is reading, you know. I want to be clear in the sense that, like, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, reading a comic book doesn't count as reading. Reading Book of World Records doesn't count as reading. It's not like a novel. And I want to be clear, even with, like, a kind of jokey hypothetical like that, I am not a believer in gatekeeping what kind of reading counts as reading based on the perceived literary value of the work. I think reading a choose-your-own-adventure book or a piece of vampire erotica smut or the works of Shakespeare, I think all equally are reading, and, you know, I generally do not think there is any value to be gained in trying to get a type of reading to be vetoed from counting, you know? I need to make more use of these little summon buddies. They're pretty good. Particularly the archery ones are pretty good. I need to... I'm glad to hear that the Discworld audiobooks, the re-recordings are good. I want to, at some point, get around to listening to some of the Doctor Who audio dramas that exist, particularly some of the ones for some of the Doctors that I really liked, that their actors did not get as long as I would have liked on the show. I would have liked to have explored more stories with them. Ooh, what's this one? My only complaint about the character that auto-selects your upgrades is I wish that when it made an upgrade, like an evolution, it didn't move on from the description until you pressed A, so that if it's like this example there, is a new one you've not yet unlocked, you have a chance to, on first acquisition, get to read what it does before it vanishes. They're creeping in, they're creeping in. We're not that far from boss territory. I recommend spare parts if you're good with body horror. Body horror I enjoy, but I've got to be in the right mood for it. It can be intense. It can be personally difficult on occasion. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it, you know? Okay, I have some health left going into the boss portion. Not as much as I would like. Okay, I'm doing okay. Wait for the big lasers to go. Okay. Breathe. Oh, Mario movie Nintendo Direct on Wednesday. What time on Wednesday? Do you know the UK start time for that Direct? This is the tricky phase. Oh, there we go. Ah, beautiful. 12 minutes 40. Beautiful. Okay. Let me load up that Nintendo Today. Oh, I've just got the same notification, apparently. Oh, and I've received a briefing to do with the Bridge Command finale. Ooh. Right, sorry, I gotta check. Wednesday, November 12th for a live stream. What time? What time in the UK? If I add it to calendar, will it tell me the time? 2 p.m. Fuck, it's of course once again it's Nintendo Direct. It's pole position recording time. I'll work out tomorrow what I do about that. 2 p.m. Direct. I'll try and live stream a reaction to the Mario movie Direct. It's at the same time the pole position's meant to start recording, so it'll only be doable if I can shuffle pole position around a little bit. Which might be doable, I just gotta, I'll have to check it over and see what we can do scheduling-wise. Cool. And I need just a moment, if you will all indulge me, because I'm deeply curious to see what the premise of the finale of the second Bridge Command campaign is, and it seems like that info has just come in, and I could wait until after the stream to find out. But I'm a little. info dumpy excited about it. Oh. Okay. Oh, very little specific, but the name of the mission is interesting. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm just sat here going, ooh, 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 and a thing I can't detail to any of you. The name of the mission we're being sent on is a thing that when I Googled brought something up, and now I kind of want to go on an info dive rabbit hole about the real world thing that mission name is implying. After the first 10 minutes of watching you play this, I bought it myself and have been playing since. Hell yeah, Genevieve Graves. I hope you enjoy it. Right, so I gotta unlock the next level. There we go. Nintendo loves when they drop something on a Wednesday to drop it at 3 p.m. France time. They're just trying to catch French kids just coming back from school. It didn't used to be. It used to be Thursdays they always did it, but apparently Wednesdays is the new day now, which is inconvenient. Did they say? I think it said it was 15 minutes. If it's 15 minutes long, I might just ask, hey, Polquisition, because it's not the day that I have that Wednesday recurring thing I gotta get to. I might just be like, can we start like 20 minutes late? Therefore, I can do a 15-minute stream and then run away and do Polquisition. Is this Star Trek Bridge Commanding? Yes, this is... It's like seeing the title of the final episode of a season and going, ah, shit, what does that suggest that final episode's gonna be? It's gotten me hyperfixation flowing. I need a bunch more stone. Let me build a bunch of things that are going to let us make stone for a bit. Let's go. Bunch of stone. Zoom in and I forgot you go through the rocks. I thought they were gonna bounce off them. Okay, yeah, it still worked. We still got the bulk of those rocks. Didn't do as much upgrading those buildings as intended, but that might mean we can build one of... Build this. Build that there for now. Fungal Forest. Let's give another level a go. God, I love this game's music so much. Such a good soundtrack. Ghost Poison's pretty fun. Oh yeah, there's some real good chill out and study to music in this. Yeah, vampirism going. Ooh, yeah, get the ghost shuriken. Ghost shuriken, good. Okay, the zones slow us down. But they're only short-lived, which is nice. Said chance to dodge incoming attacks is really nice. I don't know if it's okay to cook and eat these mushrooms. They have little faces, which to me suggests maybe we shouldn't. I don't have to look them in the eyes as I saute them. Level 3 evolution. Let's go for this one. Oh god, Raw Spider, yeah, I would love a new Pokemon Pinball so much. It can't be that big of a budget thing to do. I'm shocked they've not revisited that side series. Taking more damage than I should. I did have that thought after suggesting it that it probably would be freemium and on mobile, but I mean, if it got me more Pokemon Pinball, I'd be very okay with a mobile-only Pokemon Pinball. Okay, we have a way of regaining health more regularly now. Just gonna have to play well until it really kicks in. Okay, boss 2. Not bad for a first run, even if you don't make it that much further. Glad you made it this far at least. Ooh, light. Binds enemies on hit for 3 seconds. Hard time detecting you. 50% chance of missing when they attack. Ooh. Our first time encountering this on this save file. Let's go for it. Come on. Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh, good night, Nathalie. Have a good rest. Give me a moment. There we go. Them all down this. Oh no, they're all bouncing. Come on, bounce. The other way, come on, hit those things I'm trying to upgrade. There we go, build those buildings. There we go, 2 of them are built. Okay. Oh, Roll Spider, I think we all have names in mind we would like to see as long dormant Nintendo franchises getting revivals if Kirby Air Riders does well. Tee-hee. You know what, let's do one more run with them. Let's do the Cohabitants again. Wall of balls. Ooh. Can we try and get Dark and Light together? Would be nice. Doshin the Giant. I would love a new Doshin the Giant. And as much as you say, if Kirby Air Riders does well, maybe it'll encourage other things to come back. I don't know. They brought back Endless Ocean recently, and that didn't go well for them. Let's do this. You know what I'd love to see come back? I loved Excite Truck. Excite Truck on the Wii was bloody great. That game was such a fucking blast to play. It was one of my favorite things to play in the Wii U launch. In terms of, like, game feel, it's the closest Nintendo's had to, like, a racing game that has had the Forza Horizon kind of ridiculous jumps, big set pieces energy to it. Like, it's certainly not exactly the same kind of game, but it scratches a similar itch. Shouldn't have tried to get in that gap and get these. Took more damage than intended to. Okay, boss one. Level 3. Well, let's start getting some properly evolutioned upgrades going. Ooh, okay, that was a fast death. Dark Vampire is fun. Three stacks of bleed, heals 1 health. Consumes all stats when hitting an enemy with at least 10 stacks of bleed. Yeah, I didn't get enough evolutions done early enough in the run. We're down, we're down. Okay. Oh, I've got a nice thing I can show you all if you give me a moment. So the text is going to be a little thinner than it looks in this mock-up, because there's apparently a known issue with the mock-up program. Always makes the text look a little thicker than it will in real life, but I have the design for the Bridge Command patch I've been working with some people on making. In memory of a member of the Bridge Command cast who passed away on a deployment, we're going to have patches for those who've gone beyond. Which, I really like the design. I think it's a really nice... It's a real simple, real classic design for a space-themed memorial patch for uniforms. I think that looks pretty fab. It's a nice, classy design, that. The in Bridge Command, our equivalent of, you know, live long and prosper or something of that nature, or to boldly go, is go beyond. And I very much like having that memorial patch be tied into, you're gone, but you sure did go above and beyond while you were here. You've those who've gone beyond. I really like how that's looking. Yeah, not too military, not too understated, just the right mood. Yeah, I didn't want it to be overly... I didn't want it to be specific to the one character who passed away. I wanted it to be a bit more evergreen. I didn't want it to immediately be, like, too overly down in tone, but to be a... If you are someone who knows Bridge Command, there's enough elements of its logo design there to be recognizable. If you know the Go Beyond, you can put together the meaning of those who've gone beyond. Not overly cluttered, just a nice, simple... Yeah. Yay, hurrah. So production on those can go ahead. I'm having a small run of them made just to, 2 characters into a run. Oh, allows you to bring 2 characters into a run combining their abilities. This one's important. We need a shit ton of wheat and wood. Okay, well now it's time to... Let's expand into... Actually, we rebuild... Fields in here. Then we expand here. Fill this also with wheat fields. I may need a metric or imperial shit done. Rearrange that one. Speaking of Bridge Command, my husband is in the process of watching Star Trek Prodigy, says Raw Spider. The further he goes into episodes, the more mad he gets at the fact the show's been cancelled. At least now he gets why I'm upset. Prodigy is like it takes a minute to find its footing, but it did deserve more. By the time it found its footing, it really deserved more. Okay, let's try harvesting. I need my send 2 people out on the same deployment upgrade ASAP. Let's go, one more run here. Okay, the test one of that patch is being embroidered. And that means I will be able to see an actual finished one pretty soon to go. Yep, that's looking good. Raw Spider says, to quote him yesterday, man, they really did Janeway dirty all the way. He's very much like me, thinking that every time Captain Janeway as a character starts to shine a lot, stuff behind the scenes happens to stop Janeway from shining as bright as a character. I have been very much enjoying recently slowly making my way through the Captain Janeway in-universe autobiography. It's a very interesting listen. Healer's Effigy. Oh, this is a bad start. This is a bad start. Let's run. My health is real low already. Healer's Effigy will do something for me at least. But yeah, my damage output, I need to be using a character with a stronger core damage output. I can't just... Yeah, screw it. Screw it. We're letting this run go here. We're trying a different character. Right now is not the time to be using this one. But that does mean we can get back to trying to harvest all that stuff we need to harvest. You know what? Let's expand here. Let's build. Well. Shouldn't have opened that extra slot up until I had the resources to get more workers on it. How was the demo for that Star Trek Voyager game? I really enjoyed what I played. I played a little bit and went, mechanically, this is up my alley. I don't want to see more of this until it's out. I didn't even play through the whole demo, not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because I was like, I've played enough to know that this is going to be my vibe. I will wait and it'll come out and that'll be great. But yes, I very much enjoyed what I played. 15% more ball fire rate on an already very high fire rate character. Glorious. Fire and Ice is a nice combo. Nice could be nice. Really? That quick? I was doing real well at the start of the stream today, but apparently I've just, like, I've gone sideways. Okay. A singular additional wheat field. Not even been gone long enough for the fields to recover. Poison plus directional laser is nice. I could go for that as a first upgrade. Golden balls working on my behalf. Some additional damage dealers of whatever type. Trying the light again. Evolution. Radiation beam. 10% more damage from all sources, yeah. The words radiation beam are terrifying. No world should have the words radiation beam. I know that radiation is frequently in the form of a beam, but I don't need to be reminded of that fact. Okay, approaching first boss. gotta defeat the things that are pushing the boss forward, otherwise the boss is gonna get to me way before I have a chance to outpace them on damage. Yes, that's what I wasn't doing. The creatures that push the stacks forward are vicious. The quicker they get out of the equation, the more time I have to act. They're not threatening by themselves, but they push the clock for my threats forward. With the ghost, I can kind of attack them before they get down here, which is worth remembering. Increase that rate of fire even further. Space for one more. Okay, yeah. Roughly time for second boss. I need to remember what the second boss is. Evolution, my health isn't the best, but constantly keep moving because of these little danger circles. I'm getting very focusy. Tara says, I'm not going to get this game yet. I know once I do, it will be my next hyperfixation. I'm still enjoying Hades 2 as my other one. I picked this up straight away, and I deliberately did not touch it very much until I was done with Pokemon, so I was like, I can't have two competing hyperfixations at the same time. It's not going to be viable, feasible. Need to let one thing consume me at a time. I really thought Light and Darkness would be fusible. They should be fusible. I'm taking damage. Not the kind of health I wanted going into. Shroom Swarm, but will make do. Okay, okay. Oh, this is a really good build for taking this boss out specifically, because my balls are getting... They're ghostly until they reach the back. Which is exactly how they're gonna go through the enemies near the front. But they're gonna do most of their damage to the boss itself, which is... This is a boss pretty much designed around trying to put things in the way of you damaging the boss. Stay alive long enough to get that last little bit done. Will I survive? Let's find out. There we go. It was a close one, a closer one than I ideally wanted, but we can unlock a new character. We've got more of the materials for doing double characters. Okay. Poorly laid out my wheat fields. It's fine, I'll fix it at some point. $70 stone, yeah. We'll get there, we'll get there. I afford to build more. Go into the big field, into the big field. How much wheat did I need for this big build? 200 wheat. Okay, I'm pretty... Oh, 3 wheat off. 3 bloody wheat. So close. Oh, Terra, I am the same. I can't be... My job requires me to do a degree of it. But I really struggle with balancing multiple games at once. I go very all or nothing. Okay. What time are we at? We're at 11-ish. I will, click, 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 clack. There we go. Let's... Who do we go for? I don't use you nearly often enough. Let's use you, Flaming Gunman. Flames Gunman. His deliberately scattered shots, but we'll make do. Hades 2's been a nice one. I've gone back a little to Hades 1, but only largely because a friend of mine who was a relatively recent Switch owner, picked up Hades 1 in a sale and has been really loving it, and I was like, you know what? It'd be nice to go back and play a little Hades 1, if only so that I can have something in common with my friend, and we can be playing a similar thing, and I can remind myself of synergies and stuff to be like, oh yeah, I had a run like this. And... oh, have a good night, Artisan. Oh, I unlocked the garlic equivalent from Vampire Survivors. Hell yeah. Oh, the clone balls. Oh, bad start, bad start. Is the Vampire Survivors Balatro thing out already? Because if so, that needs to move up my to look at list. It is? Oh, fuck. How had I not... Okay, well, I've got some travel tomorrow. I know what I'm playing on my travel tomorrow. Give me a second to pull up my my phone to purchase the Vampire Survivors Balatro DLC. Do we know when this came out? How recent this was? Is it out now? It's not showing on here. Give me a second. Oh, congrats on your last shiny fossil, Genevieve Graves. Hell yeah. Show DLC Vampire Survivors. Okay, second free expansion. Oh, it's free, so just in the latest update. Okay. I see, so that's why it's not showing up in the DLC. That'll be why it's not showing up as DLC. Give me a second, too. Is my Vampire Survivors... No, it's not up to date. On Steam, it's DLC. Give me a second to... It looks like it should be free. Well, either way, I am updating Vampire Survivors now to find on mobile. How do I find it? Ah, screw it. Part of me is now wondering, do we end the stream with a little bit of checking out the Vampire Survivors Balatro DLC? Because I could grab it on Switch. And we could play a little on stream. We could see what the Vampire Survivors mechanics are like. I don't think this run's going terribly well, so, that'd be fun? Sure. I'll do a little bit of Vampire Survivors. I know it doesn't play nicely with Twitch compression, but we'll, open Vampire Survivors. Oh, yeah. Oh. I was too busy looking at Vampire Survivors on the phone to... Oh yeah, and have they done the thing now? There was an announcement the other week about, like adding in a shit more content to the Ode to Castlevania. Is that update out as well? Is there the new Ode to Castlevania stuff? The new stuff in that level available now? That's out too? Hell yeah, there's so much Vampire Survivors. Oh, Emerald Diorama I haven't downloaded. Oh, Antechamber, and Antechamber is the Vampire Survivors one. Okay, okay. Give me a second, I'm sorting this out on phone, and then I'll sort it out on the Switch, and we'll give it a little play. Giving my... I'm doing this now before I forget, so I have it to play on the train tomorrow. Oh, I have so many DLCs now that I have to select on a boot which ones I want to run. Ugh. How curious. And do I have... Antechamber just says free. Does that mean I have it now? One of the new characters. Presumably be down here. Oh yeah, the new stuff is down there. Do I have a level that looks like it is Vampire Survivor? That is not yet discovered. Oh, I have to... Okay, I'll try and get this Vampire Survivors stuff. I am gonna have to ask, what do I have to do to discover the new Vampire Survivors level? Because it's apparently not immediately available. A vampire... It'll be somewhere relatively up here. Oh, groups, roguelikes. Nope, I haven't maintained this for a while. Did I not play Vampire Survivors on Switch with people really recently? Maybe not. A relic in Mooncloth that the merchant will say. I see. Okay. Sort by longest playtime. Vampire Survivors, yeah. Download, yes. My goodness, really? Truly? Can that be real? Pokemon Legends ZA is already my third most played game on Switch. Really? I've already played more of it than Arceus? Is that... Apparently so. Wow. That is surprising. Most recently played. There we go. Well, this gives me a moment to change the name on... to change which game we're playing on Twitch. Vampire Survivors. Update the title so it'll update on the VOD. You've been leaving it running to Shiny Hand. I mean, I've been doing some I've been doing a lot of well, here's the thing. I've been doing a lot of Shiny Hands. I've not been doing a lot of like AFK ones. I've just gone real all in on a few of them. Ooh, loading in all that DLC. New content is available in the eShop. Is there new content in the eShop? Or, like, do I actually have to download this as a new thing in the eShop? Okay, yeah, these are both free downloads I have to separately do. Then, free download. Close it again so we can get the new stuff added in. We good now, Vampire Survivors? We good this time? Right. Let's just take any old character into Moonglow. Does not seem to be a relic sold in Moonglow. Hyperware. Oh, what happened? Unlocked some things. Okay. But why is my audio so quiet? Did I turn down the volume at some point? Okay. Vampire Survivors unlock Balatro content. Find the Joker disc relic in the Moonglow stage and purchase it for 50,000 gold. Oh, there's a special merchant. Start the unlocks for the new content. Okay, I see. Let's pick a character I'm actually, like, comfortable wrecking shit with. Oh, I got so much stuff still to unlock. I gotta come back to this. Leader, you will do for trying to unlock this. Let's try some new weapons I don't know. What's new? Get the where's the thing to get more money? More experience, more of this. And there's a new seller this way. Do I need to have 50,000 gold during this run, or just total? Can I use my regular money, or do I have to use money I found in this? Oh, it's gonna be money I find in this run, isn't it? Oh, have a good night, Abby. Getty Marty, because that, if it evolves, will get me a better way of making money. Oh, did I go past whatever the thing is? Oh, it's up this way now, I see. Do I find you and then just level grind until I have... Do I need 50,000 when I reach you? Let's work out if you are at least the seller. Oh, okay, yeah, I can just buy both of them now. Cool, that means we can go have a look at the Balatro area. Who's a fun character to see new content with? Let's... Ah, screw it, let's be silly. Let's be Peppino. Let's be the tree. Ooh, okay, a lot of pickups on this level. Outer Saboteur, gain 200 coins. Okay, so we've got a little Jimbo. How do I get out of this bit of the UI? Oh, I gotta go over the cards. Okay, so those dice are gonna be upgrade a random stat. I love my stupidly upgraded garlic tree. Enough upgrades that it can move at a reasonable character's starting speed. Will I be able to find my way to this thing in the upper right of the map we're heading to? Oh gosh, how broken is the evolution of Jim? Oh god, are we going to be getting a bunch of evolutions that absolutely break the money economy? Is Evolved Jimbo going to be just infinite money glitch? Okay, we've got little Jimbo zombies. Yeah, I need to find out what these card things are. Presumably jokers. I don't think they're what I'm being pointed to. Oh yeah, okay, but I will hit one of these jokers on the way to what I assume is a new character to unlock. Curious to see what this level layout looks like once I have a map. Okay, we're pretty close now to the thing we are looking for. That Joker should be very nearby. Oh! Okay. The fuck am I seeing here? Okay. Okay, so boost is I can upgrade the level of a card. Okay, so plus 60% magnet, start gaining recovery every 5 levels. And then if I boost you... Oh, no, I thought boost would give me the one I had selected, but, like, better. Okay, what have I got? Plus 400% area, 0.4 recovery, start gaining 10% move speed every 5 levels. Area bonus is lost over 5 levels. Okay, we're gonna get 50% higher move speed. 10% might every 5 levels. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. What interesting mechanics. Okay. Can I get those Jokers any other way? Do they appear in any other levels? Hello, two bats carrying a large blue disc. Things have gone a little bit weird. I'm sorry, video game, for doing this to you. Okay, I have to defeat some praying mantis Jimbos. Okay, is this actual Jimbo playable character, maybe? As opposed to Jimbo item? Yeah, yep. Okay, we can play as Jimbo. We can get more... Jokers. Oh, we have... Okay, we have 3 slots for Jokers. Are there any anywhere near me? If I go west, we can head toward one. Oh, I love this video game. I forgot how much I love this stupid video game, but I have broken beyond all recognition. This is not how it is designed to be played. Through the murderous Christmas tree, all things are possible. I forgot what this game feels. What this game feels about balance. Look, I could turn off the golden eggs and it could be balanced again, but, I like occasionally being brokenly overpowered. Random... Always random upgrades. I wonder how long of a level this is. Is this a 15-minute or a 30-minute standard length? Yes, back down to go further left. I love how this game still has to occasionally fight not to chug on Switch 2. This is maybe the most a Switch 1 game has struggled to keep up on Switch 2 that I've seen. Oh, don't worry, my Wheel of Death's gonna get even better soon. We've not made it to the 10-minute mark where I can start evolving my build yet. Go northwest. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Hey, don't need too much more of the north, it's the west mostly now I need. Ooh, I can have an additional weapon on my build. Let's go. What's a fun one to have? Let's try this new uppy head thing. The Joker. Let me try out more of the new mechanic. Now, can I break this run badly enough that it will let me walk through walls? If I can start walking through walls, I know we've properly broken it. Okay, now it's about time we can start evolving some things and we'll really see how the, start getting me some evolutions. Then the murder can truly begin. Upgrade my Ring of Death. But get the book upgraded, that's going to be the big one. Who do we think's going to voice Rosalina in the Mario Galaxy movie? I think it will probably be a big name. Like, I think they want to go for star power over voice-specific stuff. I don't know who feels like a good pick for that, though. I think, to me, the more interesting question is who's going to voice the rumored Bowser Jr. Yes, it is the tree that I have put many golden eggs into, yes. Oh yeah, that's a character. So, the golden eggs are like, hey, you can upgrade a character beyond like what their starting stats should be. And I farmed a lot of them and put them all into this tree. Ariana's Grande... After her being Belinda, I can see Nintendo wanting to, although, yeah, it feels probably too recent. Maybe it's too recent. But I think if they could, I think they would like to factor in her Glinda success into their decision making. They know that people really like her princess performances. Okay, we're nearly at that second Joker. Izzy says, I seriously cannot comprehend what must have gone through the mind that made this. Just chaos on top of chaos. The mind that made this used to make gambling casino games and was like, this is absolutely ethically destroying my soul. What if I used my years of experience making highly addictive dopamine machines, but used my powers for good rather than evil? And this is where I would like to create an ethical slot machine led. Oh yeah, no, Ponkel 100% like got hired as like a software developer to develop like highly addictive gambling machines, and was like, I cannot ethically do this shit, but I have learned a lot behind the scenes on what makes people feel satisfied when engaging with digital mechanics. What if I made something ethical to atone for my sins? Okay, a little further north. We're so close. Bullet heaven instead of bullet hell, yes. I mean, I don't think he thought he was going to make bank when he made this. I don't think he anticipated quite how much it was going to explode. Come on, evolve the book. Yes. Now the Ring of Destruction, when it returns, is now a ring of impenetrable flame. There we go, a Joker. What are my options? I need these mechanics explained to me. Vampire Survivors. How... Okay. Serverots are a mechanic similar to Arcana. They affect the player's stats. Currently, the only way to access and utilize them is by playing as Secretino, Dagson, or any Antichamber character, also found on that stage. In future, they will be available to be accessed in any run with a new relic. Okay, so these will be a broader mechanic. Okay. Okay, 2 of the same cards will never appear in the same draft. Each card has a chance to come in 5 editions. Holly doubles most starting bonuses. Hollow gains 4 multiplier. Converts and halves starting bonuses but lowers risk. Random skill. Card specific skill. Upon drafting, the player is given the option to boost for gold. It scales depending on the player's gold. When a player boosts a draft, the costs of boosting that same draft will decrease until it reaches our starting cost. We'll always give a draft consisting of 7 cards with an addition. Oh! If I boost, I will get a guaranteed 7 special cards available to me. Flamefish says it's a slot machine, but you can lose you only lose $20 and some change American ones, and you can play forever for free, technically. I mean, you can pick up the base game for free on mobile, and it's super chill about not pressuring microtransactions. It's nice and ethical. Yeah, so that's 20% minus read up, magnet up. Where's the next one I get? My keygram stat. And on console and PC, the base game is like £2. So cheap. Like, I can't imagine it's much more than a tenner with all DLC at this point. The DLC and soundtrack, okay. I'd be curious to know how much... not the soundtrack, but the game plus all current paid DLC, what that's up to. I want to get very sick. Oh, so these are actual scroll... I'm going to turn the sound back down a bit. This is one recurring corridor, so if I'm trying to get height, I can just kind of stick on this. Okay. £14 for everything, not including the DLC, but that's before bundle discount. Okay. So, with no bundle discount, the game plus all DLCs at this point, all paid DLCs, is still less than £15. And I would argue there is more than enough in that base game to keep a person going for a very long time. I had put in hundreds of hours before there was any DLC. Oh, how I love watching this game absolutely tear itself apart. Every time you pause for the map, the second it freezes makes me think it's crashed. I can understand that. Okay, one of these is pretty close to the central corridor, so I'll just get that way. Probably going to be a half-hour run, like, if it's gone over 15. So I'll do the full half hour. I like knowing that every now and again and then I have this to come back to, and there'll be more stuff I haven't unlocked yet. It's part of why I've not been rushing to jump on expansions when they happen, is this is just a nice comfort game to know I can return to. Like, I've unlocked everything from most of the expansions, but I've not unlocked the new Castlevania stuff, the new Balatro stuff, you know. Every now and then I just know there'll be a little morsel of more of this for me to explore. Get that chest quickly. The more I see you build, the more amazed I am at what an enemy has to do any damage, let alone enough damage to really hurt you. Yeah, Peppino is the character I get at when I don't want to be challenged by this game. I just want to see new stuff and let the dopamine wash over me. How many eggs have I put on Peppino? I don't think there's any way for me to see right now, but yeah. Because here's the thing, once we get that third, what's the word? Once we get the third Joker, I am simply going to stop moving and see if they have any chance of touching me. Okay, I'm trying to get across the... Can I see this Joker in the sea of enemies? Yes. Okay, let's boost for... Yeah, let's find a nice little central area here. And now we're just gonna not touch the game and see how it does keeping itself alive for the next 10 minutes of run. I'm keeping an eye on it. There's a chance that maybe bosses might get through, but I really do not think anything is gonna get inside the zone. Oh, I love this stupid video game. Every now and then I could move just to pick up gems. But, screw it. Actually, there's a chest. I want to go get the chest. I will move if I know there is a chance of me getting, like, another item added onto the build, at which point I'm like, oh yeah, might as well. A game where you actually want to see if the FPS can go lower. Oh, I consider it a point of pride the times I've made the Switch version, like, chug down into single-digit frame rates. I respect a game that will allow you to do things that the engine can't really handle. I respect a game that will go, fuck it, we don't care if it runs well, do the broken thing. There we go, let me get some gems and then I'll go back to standing around. Because my favourite is when it starts chugging so much that you notice the seconds counter is taking way longer than a second to go up. Okay, we've got a glowing Gymbat. An extra treasure boss spawns every minute. It might contain arcanas and random passive weapons. You know what, yeah, let's have an extra boss per minute. Let's have an additional boss fight per minute. See if that ups the challenge at all. Oh, Peppino. Peppino. Look at that eyeball. It can't even get close enough to start. It's not even reaching the ring before it gets knocked back. Yeah, that is truly something unique to video games. The ability to break one for fun. Come on. Let me harm you. Cool, extra passives, why not? Ooh, that, I think will get me, yeah. I love the extra boss a minute card. I find it allows extra passives. Yes. Be able to stack additional stuff on top of the build. Beautiful. Aggressive reforestation. Yes, Genevieve Graves, yes. The most aggressive reforestation. Six-ish minutes to go. Sure, give me increased defense. Give me some armor. I definitely need to reduce my incoming damage. That is definitely what I needed right now. Okay, fully upgraded the armor. Come on, can anything touch me today? Scouring the screen for if any treasure chests have shown up. You're about to get to the 25-minute mark, and that's usually the big boss. That would be my assumption. Is that we're probably going to get something at 25 minutes that might pose us a challenge. Okay, the eyeball's actually getting close enough to touch the ring this time. That's good. What else can we add to the build? Duplicator. Sure. Increase the number of these things I have happening. Now, around now there should... Oh, here comes the big boss. Ah. Now, can the big blind make it through? I think the answer's no. Cool, extra health. Increase my maximum health. Oh, no, that's the big boss gone. Well, that was the big boss. Oh. Oh, at some point I took damage. I didn't notice. I'm having to recover my health. What got through? I looked away for just a minute and I had a tiny little speck of damage. What had made it through? Okay, I've got to actually pay attention, I guess. Okay, a couple of enemies are getting through. They're not surviving long. No, that arrow in the bottom right, I think, is... no, it's for the golden ring if I want it, but I'm not going to track all the way to the golden ring. Okay, in the last 3.5 minutes I am actually having to move. Haha. Another Arcana, okay. Not taking damage in all this. I'm very healthy. Despite the chaos. Oh, that frame rate's struggling. It's struggling. I can't imagine this is terribly watchable at this point in the run over Twitch and YouTube's video compression. Two minutes to go still. Oh, my max health might have... Oh, you're right. Max health might have gone up. I might not have actually taken damage. I might just have had my max health go up. Let me stop moving. Did I... Oh, I never lost health in the first place. You're right. I could have just been standing here. I didn't need to move. I saw my max health go up and therefore a gap in my health and I thought I'd lost health. I really don't need to be moving. Bass Prefect, it's making me think of the old The Simpsons gag, the radioactive man. My eyes, the goggles, they do nothing. It was what, when it was, I forget the character's name that played Radioactive Man. Up and at them. Okay, 1 minute to go. Nothing's getting in here. No, not Troy McClure. It's, the one who plays he's their equivalent, McBain. He plays McBain. He's their equivalent of, a die-hard actor. McBain is the character name. Their knockoff of Die Hard has McMahon might even only be the villain of that. It's not the actor's name. I forget the actor's name. Yeah. Is it Rainier Wolfcastle? As soon as I get out of this, I will Google who played Radioactive Man in the episode in the movie, the episode about the movie and The Simpsons. Okay, we're going over the 30-minute mark. I mean, I don't think I put this on endless, and death hasn't come to kill me yet. What's the length of this level? Give me a second. Oh yeah, Rainier Wolfcastle. Rainier Wolfcastle. Yeah. Yeah, you were right. It was that. It should be 30 minutes. Oh, I stopped paying attention. Okay, unlock Jimbo. Unlock Hyper Antichamber. Cool. That's a couple of good achievements unlocked. And at this point, I'm going to leave it here for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I will be back streaming on Wednesday, about 9 PM UK. We will be streaming the final 2 episodes of Dispatch, which I've been having a great time with. I hope people come check that out. Have a good rest of your day. I apologise I won't be around for the State of Play Japan stream tomorrow, but I will try and juggle things around and see if I can be around for the Mario movie direct to do a little reaction stream of that. Rest well, everyone. Bye.